Every morning, before the sun fully rose, a small boy named Ayan sat on the doorstep of his tiny house. He tied the laces of his old broken shoes. The sole was loose, and a hole near the toe showed his worn socks. His mother watched silently from the door, worry in her eyes. Ayan smiled and said, "They are still fine, Emmy." Then he picked up his school bag and started walking toward school. At the school gate, children laughed and talked happily. Their shoes were clean and shiny. When Ayan walked past, some boys noticed his shoes. "Look at his shoes," one whispered. Another laughed. "They are older than our school." Ayan heard everything but said nothing. He lowered his head and walked into his classroom. Ayan sat on the last bench as usual. He opened his notebook carefully. His pages were neat, but the cover was torn. The teacher entered and started the lesson. Ayan listened with full attention. He wrote every word slowly, afraid of making mistakes. Even though his feet hurt inside those broken shoes, he never complained. During lunch break, students opened colorful lunch boxes. Some shared chocolates and snacks. Ayan sat alone under a tree in the schoolyard. He took out a small piece of dry bread wrapped in paper. While eating, he watched others play and laugh. Suddenly, a football rolled near him. Ayan kicked it back with a smile, even though his shoe almost came off. After school, while other children went home to rest, Ayan went to a small shoe repair shop near the market. He helped the old cobbler by cleaning tools and holding shoes. In return, he got a few coins. Every evening, he looked at new shoes in shop windows, but then looked down at his own and walked away quietly. The final exams arrived. The classroom was silent. Students were nervous. Ayan closed his eyes for a moment and prayed. He wrote his answers with confidence. His pen moved fast. The teacher noticed him and looked surprised. When results were announced, Ayan stood first in the class. The room went silent. The same boys who laughed before stared at him in shock. Many years passed. The scene changed. A tall glass building stood in the city. Inside, a man in a neat suit walked confidently. It was Ayan. On his feet were polished shoes. He was now the owner of a successful company. On his office shelf, there was a pair of old, broken shoes carefully kept in a box. One day, a group of men came for job interviews. Among them were two men who once laughed at Ayan's shoes. They did not recognize him. When Ayan entered the room, they looked down in fear. Ayan smiled gently and said, "Hard work and respect matter more than shoes." Ayan looked at the old shoes in his office and whispered, "These broken shoes carried my dreams." The men listened silently. The lesson was clear. Never judge someone by their appearance. Hard work can turn broken shoes into a strong future.